Hello everyone, I want to share with you the way I enjoy and analyze the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is it worth it to watch it? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Cinema Joy. Okay, first things first. That Marvel Studios is the top of the industry nowadays is not something that I say, it's something that I see. Nowadays, every studio tries to create its own cinematic universe. Let me be clear, this thing of crossing over movies is not the first time in history that it has been done. Okay, that was an awful example. I'm sorry about that. Where is the secret to make this well? Okay, let's say 70 years of comics. I mean, if you keep telling stories for 70 years, you must be doing something well. But you also need a good leadership. I'm talking about Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel Studios, the man behind all this master plan. But I think that maybe there are problems to come, because I see this universe is getting kind of complicated. Because one, there are so many characters, and two, there are new characters to come. This is also why I am going to make these videos to make it easier for you to understand it and to enjoy all these productions. But also, if you have seen the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, but you don't remember them well because your life problems are not keeping in your mind what happened in that movie and this character, who is this? Well, also these videos are made for you. But before I get inside of all this whole universe, first I want to make a stop and analyze everything that there is and then think if this is worth it or not. Now, the first thing I want to make clear is which movies are from the Marvel Cinematic Universe or MCU. There are two main things. Not any superhero movie needs to be a part of this Marvel universe. Okay, hold up. If you are a nice nerd geek inside of all these superhero comics movies, as I could very well also be, do not think that I am an idiot because I'm saying this. This video is for anyone who wants to get approached to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Once this thing is clear, let's go on. If someone says, oh, why Superman never come across with Iron Man? Well, that's impossible. It's like saying, why Cristiano Ronaldo never plays a match against LeBron James? That's not possible at all. And the other thing is that not any Marvel character movie is part of this universe. Oh, what? Okay. Let's make it simple. If when the movie begins you see this Marvel logo, that's not a logo from Marvel Studios. For that, it needs to end like this. Down there it says Studios. And now the logo ends like this. Up until now there has been no movie with this logo yet, okay? But this movie coming next November, Doctor Strange will have it. Wait, another easy way. If you see a movie with mutants, with the X-Men, that franchise belongs to Fox. Even easier, if you see a Hugh Jackman movie with superpowers, that's not a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Oh wait, we could say Marvel Cinematic Studios Universe, MCSU. I don't think Kevin Feige is going to buy this. Okay, so which are really from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Okay, simple, that'll be Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, The Incredible Hulk. Do not mistake with the movie which is only named Hulk with Eric Bana. I also think he's a great actor. And the Avengers. This is like the basement, okay? Then you have Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man. That's it. These are the Marvel Cinematic Studios Universe franchises. Now, before I go on, I want to talk about a very important issue for me that influenced the way I enjoy and analyze these movies, and that's the Greek mythology. I have been lucky enough to study it. To be honest, I'm kind of passionate about it. Everybody knows that the War of Troy begins because Paris kidnaps Helen and goes to Troy. But when you study mythology, you find out that all this war is because of a curse that is on the family of the king of Sparta, who Helen was married with. Many years before the War of Troy, an old member of the family of the king of Sparta did an awful thing. And because of that, a curse was put on his family. Decades later, the manifestation of that curse was the War of Troy. For me, that interconnecting storylines between one myth and another and how this thing influenced that other thing, it's something that really got me trapped. Okay, I know it's like a really ancient, high-class soap opera, I think, but the main issue is that they talk about the human condition. And what is my surprise when I also find this in the movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? They have interconnected storylines, and they also talk about the human condition, the way you approach the problems that you have, the way you carry on with the mistakes you have made, the way you overcome a situation that it's way bigger than you, but they also mix it with our nowadays history. You have named Bin Laden, Gaddafi, the war of Afghanistan. That's pretty amazing. Okay, so let's go inside this universe. I have two main things that I think that they make it easier to enjoy these productions. First thing, not only every movie, but also every series which is part of this universe, they are independent. I mean, you have no question about the main plot. It is all there. You don't go to your home like, so what happened in the end with that character with...
I think it was important, but maybe not. And then there's another one that can, and when they fight, and oh my god!
No, you watch the movie, and then you could die in peace. So to speak. What's great about this is that while you see the movie, there is a main plot, but then under it, there is another plot going on that is not really important for that story. And they make this in every movie. It doesn't need to capture all of your attention. It's just something that is there, and later on you will realize, oh my god, that was that. Let's be fair, not in every Marvel Cinematic Studios movie this is done perfect. But even though never became a really thick mistake. We'll talk about it. Now imagine this way of storytelling through a lot of movies that they are preparing something big to happen, to explode. And up until today, it hasn't exploded yet. And why do I think that this is great? Because of the second thing that I see is making this universe easier and solid to watch. And that is that the movies are divided in phases. That means that a couple of movies are part of one phase, then another, then another. And the phases are in the order the movies have come out. So by now we have the phase 1, phase 2, and now it's the beginning of phase 3. These phases are used as the classic rules of storytelling: beginning, development, and end. And actually this is how every story is told. At least the ones which make sense. Okay, now let's get inside the way I see the narrative of all the movies, because it's something I haven't seen before. The phase 1 is composed of Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, and The Avengers. To begin with the phase 1, I want to talk you about how I see it works as a structure. Wait, the order of the movies that I'm going to tell now is not the order I recommend to watch them, but later on I will recommend an order. So, the narrative structure of phase 1. I see that all the structure begins with Captain America the First Avenger. Yeah, that was a subtitle for everyone to go to the cinema to watch that movie and then watch The Avengers. What can we do? In this movie, there are two big issues that affect all the phase 1. One is the weapon of the movie that the villain wants to control, and that is the Tesseract. It's a cosmic cube found in our planet that belongs to another world. This movie happens in the World War II. Decades and decades later, in the year 2008, the character Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., by analyzing the energy of that cube, he can create his Iron Man suit. Actually, if you pay attention to the sound of the shots he makes with his armor, they sound exactly the same as the weapon used in the Captain America movie, which are created with the Cosmic Cube. Also, this Tesseract belongs to the world of Thor, and that is the connection. The other thing is the serum that is injected inside of the skinny Steve Rogers to become the super soldier, to become Captain America. There is a thing that happened in the movie, I'm not going to tell if someone wants to see it, but this serum is lost forever, or kind of. Years later, around 2007, there is a doctor named Bruce Banner who is working as a biochemistry trying to find a cure for cells. Now, this doctor doesn't know that he has been fooled by the army because he's actually there to try to reproduce the super soldier serum. At a point of the investigation, he gets fed up and tries the product on himself. Something went really wrong, and then it's born the Hulk. You see how Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man are deeply connected with the Captain America First Avenger movie. And then comes an amazing thing. They take Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, and Thor, and they make these three movies happening at the same time period. What? I have never seen this in the history of cinema. The way you notice interested is that in Iron Man 2 there is a scene where you can see at the background a TV news program which is talking about how the Hulk appears at college. And also in Iron Man 2 you see a character telling Iron Man, I'm sorry, I need to leave California because I need to go to New Mexico. Then in the movie Thor you see that character coming to New Mexico to protect an object which has come from the sky, and that is the hammer of Thor. But there is one last thing that affects the narrative of all the structure of the Phase 1, and that is that Marvel Studios, at the end of their movies, they put a post-credit scene. It's like a present for you who has seen all the credits till the end. Okay, I know if you have a DVD or a Blu-ray, you can fast forward. Not all of the post-credit scenes are great. Actually, there has been some of them which are like... But the post-credit scenes of all the Phase 1 movies are kind of thrilling. The post-credit of the movie Thor, there is a character who appears in that movie that gets the offer to analyze a strange object, and that thing is the Tesseract. We go back to the Captain America movie, and this subplot will explode in the Avengers. Now let's go to the recommendation that I will give you. Okay, this order is how I will tell somebody who likes the movies to get inside of this universe. If you can agree with me, you can disagree with me. You just go on the comment and tell me which is the order you prefer most, so we can discuss. It's not a problem if we are not agree. Actually, if everyone is agreeing everything, I think living would be very poor. Okay, for the Phase 1, I will begin with Iron Man, because I think that anyone who likes the movies will enjoy this one. Then Iron Man 2, then The Incredible Hulk, and then Captain America, the First Avenger, because I think that when you watch this movie, you're going to see some really interesting connection with these other three. Then Thor, so you can see the journey that makes the brother of Thor, Loki, what united with the post-credit scene will lead you directly into the Avengers. Frankly, when I went to see the Avengers, I was no hype about it, because I thought these characters had very different tone one from another. I really thought you couldn't mix them very well. But wow, Joss Whedon came to direct and he made an amazing, spectacular movie. Wow. Then to watch the Phase 2 movies is really easy, you just need to keep the order of production, because these storylines are not happening at the same time. You begin with Iron Man 3, then Thor the Dark World, then Captain America the Winter Soldier, then Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going to be a really nice fresher, because this story has nothing to do with all the other characters, but it's going to connect with the hidden plot that is going to explode in the future. Avengers Age of Ultron, and then to end with a really funny touch, Ant-Man. And now we are at the beginning of Phase 3, with the movie that has already come out, which is Captain America Civil War, and this next November, Doctor Strange, with that amazing actor which is Benedict Cumberbatch. Really, if you haven't seen The Imitation Game, run and watch it. It is amazing, my god, what a movie. So what is my conclusion about the worthy of watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I was never a big fan of the superhero movies. Never. I used to like movies from Christopher Nolan, the good movies of Night and Shyamalan, or Ridley Scott, Steven Spielberg, but to be honest, from my personal point of view, this universe Marvel has created, it's good quality of cinema. Really, I'm not going to say you must watch it, just give it a shot. So now please you tell me what you think about this video. Do I have encouraged you to get inside of this universe? Do I help you to remember it well? No, do not make any more videos. Why are you speaking in English if you're from Spain? Whatever you want. It's a free world. Okay, the next thing I will do is I will make a single video for every phase to talk exactly what happened in this movie, how it connects with the other ones, where are the Easter eggs, and which are the similarities that we can find with the comics. Because I think this is something that gives more joy to watch the movies. And when we begin with the Phase 2, I will also talk about the series that come across with the universe, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, and the amazing series of Netflix, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and The Defenders. So if you don't want to miss any of this, please subscribe to the channel hitting this button, and also if you like this video and you want to help me to get to a bigger audience, please click the thumb up button down there, and also if you want to share this video, that would be amazing. If you didn't like this video at all, that's great, just look for someone you hate and share to him my video. In this way I can help you to make his lifetime a waste, so I can help you to be happy. Because I'm happy. That's it for now. Thank you for the time you give to watch this video. My name is Javier Oliva. I'll see you around here at Cinema Joy.